Madison Reedy is here with the business update. How are you?
I'm very good, Alex. How are you?
Not too bad at all, although doing better than CBL Insurance. There's some more bad news, is it?
It's usually bad news with this one. So this news came out of the Auckland High Court this afternoon. So the interim liquidators were there last week. Now, I'll remind you that this is to do with CBL Insurance. So that's only the subsidiary that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand moved to put into liquidation in February. So that's a subsidiary of the big beloved parent CBL Corporation, which has all of those international ties. So the interim liquidators, who are from McGrath Nicol, there's two of them. They were in the Auckland High Court last week, and the judgment actually only came out this afternoon. So the reason they were in the court was they were seeking a court direction. They were basically wanting the green light under the Companies Act to say that you have the power in your role as an interim liquidator to make a lump sum payment to its reinsurer, Elite Insurance, which is actually based in Gibraltar. So what they wanted to do...
This is a creditor?
No, it's not. Yes. They are the largest creditor.
Right.
So the reinsurer is basically, if you're an insurance firm, if you can't pay your claims, if you can't make your payouts, your reinsurer is your backup, and they owe a lot of money to their backup, but we don't know how much. All of that is still confidential.
Right.
So what the interim liquidators wanted to do was give them a lump sum payment to their largest creditor, Elite, to get them off their books. Now that would essentially put them in a better financial position, is what they argued, and said it would be better for other creditors and for shareholders. It would mean that they could possibly revive the business, and other creditors would have better options and maybe a better go if they wanted to secure their debts. But in the court, all those other people said no, that's actually not the case. So Alpha Insurance, which is its second largest creditor, said no, we don't want that. The directors and the shareholder of CBL Insurance also came and said, we don't want that either. We still think we can revive it. So the judge actually dismissed it, and they have not been given the green light to do that. So we'll have to wait for the Reserve Bank hearing, which is actually the hearing to properly liquidate it. That's being heard on November 12th. So it's a wait and see on that one, as per usual, I always say with this case.
Yes, for sure. Now, more houses are hitting the property market. Are we going to see prices drop?
Spring has certainly sprung, but for the short answer on your price thing, not yet. And again, a wait and see. So this data came from realestate.co.nz, which does a lot of research on the property market, especially with the amount of listings that are put online. So it's a pretty typical time in spring, kind of pre-summer, for houses to hit the market. And we did have a massive lift in listings nationally. Right. So nearly 12%, 11.7% up in listings for the month of September. So that's about 10,372 extra houses if you were on the market to buy one.
People are obviously more confident to buy one if they're selling
it certainly does speak to confidence as well. Obviously, this doesn't talk about the amount of purchases. So this is just the ones that are out there to buy. Sure. So, but certainly if people are putting their houses on the market, it means that they feel confident that they are going to sell it, because obviously it's a pricey thing to do. The biggest increase was in Auckland. So the amount of listings in Auckland alone were up 32%. Wow. But then on the flip side of that, we also had about a 34% drop in listings in the likes of the Central North Island. So it's kind of a tale of two stories there. But on prices as well, the average asking price nationally, that was up as well. So it's not the usual case of supply and demand. We have more supply, demand is possibly still there, but prices are still going up. They went up about 5%, and particularly in the Central Otago Lakes District, which is the hot market of Queenstown. The average asking price there hit 1.1 million. Wow. So prices are still certainly on the way up, and they're expected to continue. We'll have to wait and see there.
Good. And the markets, how'd they go?
Yeah, the NZX closed down 0.25%, pretty sluggish Monday there. So that's 24 points down to 9,327. The dollar's buying at 66.2 US, 91.7 Australian, and 50.8 British pence. Also a bit of news there with our New Zealand dollar after the NAFTA deal that was just announced. So Canada's gone through with that all of about 10 minutes ago. So our dollar actually dropped about half a cent to the Canadian. So the Canadian gained. We're buying at about 84.9 to the Canadian dollar at the moment. We were about 85.5 during the day. So a bit of a slip there.
Okay, great. Well, keeping us up to date. Thank you very much, Madison Reedy there with the latest in business news.